Hey, in this video, we're going to take a look at socialanimal.com. This is a really useful tool, I think, in your content marketing toolkit. So stay tuned. I'm going to walk through all the features that I could find, and it all worked pretty well. Hey everybody, this is David with Tech Smart Boss here with another video. Today we're going to take a look at this product called socialanimal.com. It kind of says right here, it's a Swiss Army knife of content marketing, and you know we love content marketing here at Tech Smart Boss. Now, what this does allows you to set up keywords and searches to really do a deep discovery of what type of topics and content and websites and influencers are out there. Gives you the ability to know what's working and what's not working, so you can kind of craft and refine your content strategy, and do outreach if you want to try to find some places where you can maybe do a little magnification of your content. Now, the big giant in this industry, the one that you may have heard of, is a company called BuzzSumo. Really popular, really does a lot of stuff, but it's quite expensive. And these guys actually directly compare themselves to BuzzSumo, and I think that's who they're kind of competing against. And you can kind of see any of these comparisons you take with a grain of salt. You know, this is a biased comparison, but they definitely have some things that they say they do that BuzzSumo cannot. But one thing for sure that I can tell you is the pricing point is a lot better than BuzzSumo. So this is more geared, especially for a smaller organization, as something that's a little bit more price friendly, so that you might be able to fit it into your budget. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and set up a free trial. We'll take a peek under the covers and see what this looks like. So I'm going to go ahead, put in my Tech Smart Boss email, create a quick password, and sign up. You know, I don't like signing in with Facebook, but that's an option there, because guess what happens when you get kicked out of Facebook? Uh, all right, it says it sent me register my account. So let me pause this video, go out there and get that information. I'll be right back. All right, I'm in my email. I got the email. You know, I gotta say this is a little scary animal here. This little monkey is a little scary there, but I kind of see a play on the BuzzSumo logo in here as well. But let's go ahead and verify my email address. And now I'm verified. Let's go ahead and see if I can log in with the password that I set up. So pretty seamless from a getting started perspective. All right, we're in there. Let's look at their onboarding. What will you use Animal for? Well, research content. We talked about that. Let's click that. Keep track of competitors. Another reason. Find influencers. We talked about that. Track mentions. Analyze shared contact. Let's say them all, and create relevant content. So that gives you right there. It's nice that they kind of reaffirm what you're doing there. Now enter some keywords separated by comma. So let's just say tech stack. That's one that we take a look at. HubSpot. It's always one that we like to look at. Content marketing. One that we like to look at and share feedback on. All right, let's roll. And let's see what's going to happen here. So now immediately they're going out there and already pulling content, so you can kind of see what they're doing. They've already indexed this in their database, so that's why it's coming back so fast, which is very nice. It seems like they have a pretty good database here. I'm going to go ahead and skip their onboarding, and you know how we do here, we just kind of figure things out ourselves. So let's skip that, and let's see what we got here. So now I'm sorted by total engagements, and if I look at the engagement, it's bringing back the Twitter, the Facebook, the Pinterest, the Reddit, and then it's got that total number there, and it's showing me that, you know, a recent article here, it looks like within this year, you'll see the filter here by year, is this particular one, and there's a whole bunch of little links here on what I can get about this particular article. First of all, let's go ahead and click on it, see if it is a real article that's still out there. There it is, new project, new tech stack. So for some reason, don't tell me why, this guy everybody liked this guy and what he wrote about tech stack. I have to check that out a little bit more, but he got a ton of Twitter engagement, so he might be a big Twitter guy. Let's take a look at what we got. Let's view the shares. Couldn't find any shares on this, people who have shared this. Okay, so it says please try looking with, well, that didn't work too well. Let's take a look at the headline analyzer. See what this is going to do. So it says please wait. So it says the headline's a bit short. 24 characters, but has the right amount of words. So I guess they want some longer words. And neutral, new project, new tech stack. I'm not impressed with that headline. So neutral would be a good sentiment for that, in my opinion. So okay, that's kind of interesting that you see something that works and you can kind of let's look at this one here and do a headline analysis. Got a little bit more words to it. Let's see what it does. So it says that one is too long, which I kind of said it was pretty long, and it looks like it's bringing every emotion you can imagine in there. So up where it is negative. So I guess it talks about homeless crisis, and it probably mentions Fox and Friends, and it picks up some negativity there. So that's probably a fair assessment. Let's see if the view the share. Okay, view shares actually works on this one. And now this is where I was talking about that influencer. I can kind of see that this guy here has got 13,000 followers, and he retweeted this article. So if this was an article, something about the homeless crisis that I wanted to write something about, then that might be on my list to go out there and try to see if he can do that for me. And the reason I say that is look at that export to CSV. And if you tie this with some other tools you have, whether it be Twitter retargeting or Text AU that we've talked about that can actually do some scraping and try to figure out email addresses, you can have a pretty good outreach program right there. Let's see what else we got here. Let's say content type. That's nice. Let's see if there's any podcasts out there talking about tech stack. Hint, hint. Maybe it'll find the Tech Smart Boss one. Start on that. Did I actually get that selected? I did not. Let me see. Was there another? Okay, I'm going to say podcast. Scroll down and let's say apply filters. I missed that before. There we go. So, nah, not mine, but you can kind of see that I've got a couple podcasts there. So it did particularly. Let's take a look at maybe guest post opportunities. So if they have a guest post, none on that, but that might be a good way to go out there and find. And now this was what I kind of liked about these guys that I read about deep search. So I'm talking about tech stack, deep search. Let's say I want to specifically look for somebody talking about Zapier. This is going to look inside the actual article. Let's see what I got there. And there it is. So now let's do a little, let's try this compare thing here. Let's compare this one to this one. And now you'll see that they have added some tags to that article as they indexed it. So I can kind of see that this particular article talks about Albacross. That's actually a TechSmart Boss app we've talked about in the past. Slackbot, I like that. This one here talks about Zapier and PySync, and a couple other things. And I can kind of see word count and how that maybe influence the number of shares. And looks like this article is clearly did better than that article. So you kind of see the information here. This is in the articles. I don't want to keep this video too long. Let's move off of this and move into some of the other sections and take a look at what we got here. Insights. Yeah, I'm going to skip that. This is still related to tech stack. Now I kind of like what I'm seeing here. It's telling me how much content over engagement and content published over time. Looks like this was a busy day for some reason. I can take a look at domains, who's talking about it the most. I can find some authors I might want to reach out to. That's pretty cool. Let's explore Marissa Higgins. I don't recognize that name. I guess that was the person that wrote that particular article that did very well. And content analysis. When is it coming out? Saturday seems to be a big day for this word. So these are all things that can help you with your sort of uh, analysis of when to put your contact. Let's take a look at that influencers as well. Let's skip that. And I can see followers. It's a pretty full stack web developer. And I can add them to a list or save that and come back. And you can see a whole lot of demographic information that I can start to put in to do that. And then they also have Facebook search. So lots of things from a content management perspective to tie in and take a look at. Just let's see what kind of things they have underneath the admin. Yeah, nothing really big there. So all the content is right up here in the header. Pretty easy to navigate. Now this is where, how did I get here? Okay, this was dashboard. There was keywords there, but I never did actually look at competitors. What does that do? Add a competitor. I don't know who I would really put here, but I'm just going to put HubSpot just to see what it does. And let's update that. And let's see what it's going to bring me back on the competitors. So now it's bringing me back all their articles, and I can really take a look and see what's engaging, what's doing well for them. Now, I like this because this allows me to kind of understand not only what my competitors are doing and what's working for them, because I like to let them figure it out and then I go ahead and clone it. But I can also look at the influencers on that, and I can, yeah, this is a pretty good little snapshot here. I like this. All right, hey, I'm gonna wrap this one up. One more thing. Hey, you know me, I get. Let's look at mentions. What is mentions? HubSpot mentions. Pretty cool. So I could dig here for a long time. As you can see, it's working well. I like this product. I think it is. I've used BuzzSumo a little bit, and I think it is a pretty good alternative to that at a great price point. So, hey, I'm going to wrap this video up. If you like this kind of content, leave a comment. Be sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out on TechSmartBoss.com. We're putting out videos and blogs and podcasts and things like this all the time. See you in the next one.